Starting streamy.
We're
Okay.
streaming Dark Souls.
Are we? It shouldn't be.
That's
No, we're
what
not.
my
This
notification
isn't
said.
Dark Souls.
That's what my notification said that.
This isn't Dark Souls at all. Hold on. How do I change
It's
this?
changed a bit.
I've got my own echo, and it's just echoing.
Oh.
Wait.
Wait, what's echoing?
I had the audio on for the stream.
Oh, right.
How the hell do I change this? Deslin?
What are you talking about? What do you need?
It thinks we're playing Dark Souls, but this isn't Dark Souls. I don't want you guys to die every 5 seconds. I mean, sometimes
You're not
I
meant to
do, but
die
not
every
at the
5
moment.
seconds.
I'm really good at it.
There was a period where I'm pretty sure I died every 5 seconds.
I mean, you might have died twice in the span of 5 seconds, but
Mostly from
That's
falling.
close enough. That's
wait,
the
hang on.
definition.
You can find it. Edit stream info. Go then. We're not playing Dark Souls, you silly thing. I've just typed in Dark Souls again. Dungeons and Dragons. That's much more interesting than Dark Souls. Stupid, smelly, lame, not played by anyone interesting, very easy Dark Souls.
before you started adding all that extra shit, I was about to agree with you. I do love D&D. Dark Souls definitely has a special place in my heart, though.
Special, dark, sad, death-laden, highly stressed place in my heart too.
But that's part of the beauty of it.
I'm not really into sort of
Like a
that
macabre
high blood
grimdark
pressure
vibe.
I like
You know,
grimdark.
my blood
don't-
pressure's high enough on its own.
Okay.
Just imagine taking a stroll through like a cemetery or something. It's
Where
not meant to be
everything's trying to
stressful.
eat you.
No. Well, I guess some things are trying to kill you. But yeah, you're
And
more
if
than
you-
capable to survive in the area.
You step on a slight hill, then you'll just rocket off at the speed of light into oblivion. Which is what happens at the cemeteries around here. So, if we're
Yeah, at least it's
done
accurate.
extolling the virtues of Dark Souls, which for anyone watching, they can catch me and Deslin possibly playing it on Friday around this time. We'll pick up where we left off with the D&D campaign. And I believe we're now in session 8. So we're getting there, making progress. And the party were... yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. The party are making their way eastward to the lovely, idyllic town of Rill, in the company of Calbor, the gnome, who has hired them as mercenary bodyguards / adventuring companions. On the way to his vineyard, which lies between Haven, where they've come from, and Rill, Monte Gnim being the name of the vineyard, where there is a very fine wine available and produced. And the party camped across 2 nights. I believe it was just the one. I think it was just the one. And during the night, there were strange stuttering noises and scrabbling across the trees, across the river, and across the path around the campsite. Angus, Devon discovered the source of this scrabbling by pelting it with rocks as being a small little devil called Brick. Upon speaking to Brick, he had very many questions and was looking for an individual called Wheatsheath. At first, the party were seemingly not participating with Brick. Before he laid down the option of either speaking to him or speaking to his boss. Eventually, conversation was had between Devon, who identified himself as previously going by the name Wheatsheath, and Brick, being unable to get the information needed, called upon his boss, Ursh, who goes by Lord Ursh and has many names and titles, who was summoned, and it was in fact a massive, terrifying, but very well spoken and quite erudite devil. He more or less made the deal with, imposed the deal with Devon and his compatriots that he being Devon, would forgive Ursh for something that no one really could figure out quite what it was. And in return, Ursh would not smush Devon into a fine paste. There were a few
Something
other
that he hasn't done
stipulations.
yet.
Yeah. And there was some very good, insightful role-playing on the part of Angus, which, if you're interested in that, go and watch the highlights from the previous session, because I won't be able to do it credit here. And it concluded the session with Calbor the gnome cowering in a tent, Jacob convinced that he had had his drink spiked and was hallucinating the whole thing, Devon feeling, well, I don't know what Devon was feeling, but certainly giving the impression that he was somewhat confused, but also maybe a bit relieved that the big scary devil had gone away. And I believe Deslin, it was Temerity who had made a deal with Brick, the lesser devil, to carry out a task at some point in the near future.
Next 2 weeks, that's
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. And that is where we left. Now, Ursh definitely disappeared at the end of last session. Brick, we'll assume, is still about in case anyone wants to finish anything up with him. But that's where we find ourselves, with a cowering gnome, a sleeping, potentially drugged monk, and two confused individuals stood outside of a tent.
Because of having me as a player. Yeah, if I haven't already sent him off on the mission, I'll go and talk to Brick. And basically just give him the mission details if he's beholden to my objectives here, which is to go back to basically the big city, quote unquote. Go to one of like a stash house, and to get me some of my old proper equipment that when I was killed wasn't delivered with me. Specifically, one of my finely tailored suits that happen to also be quite defensible. So,
Okay.
yeah, just gonna go tell him to go grab my favorite backup suit, and then find me and give it to me.
Okay.
Where is my super suit?
Basically,
Yeah. As you approach Brick,
I am your wife. The greatest bitch you're ever gonna get.
Okay.
I don't know what that
That's
was.
the Incredibles,
I
right?
didn't hear a word.
It is incredible.
Okay. Yes. So, as you approach Brick, he's kind of giving you the, ugh, I can't believe I have to do stuff and not get anything out of it kind of look. But he takes your information. You try and explain things to him where they are, and he just kind of rolls his eyes. And he's a primordial, all-knowing devil. He can find it. Is
Yeah.
there anything in particular about the? You just want it retrieved, right? Nothing extra, no additional.
y- yes. In my mind, I'm sending him to like a not like the first place that somebody would check if I was betrayed from the inside.
Your wardrobe.
Yeah, basically. Just like a stash house on like the border, or something to that effect.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's say that it's a little like hovely, taken in someone else's name on the edge of Axiom City.
Yeah, basically, I have like a bug out bag somewhere
Yeah.
with a bunch of good gear in it, but somebody bugged me out before I could grab the bag.
Okay, and
Yeah.
this there's maybe something in between sessions to go through exactly what the quality of that item is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brick gives you his usual. Fine. And in a cloud of smoke.
Yeah. Stand back up because he's quite tiny. I imagine I was
He
kneeling
is
down.
rather on the short side.
Okay. Clap my hands. Okay. That was pretty eventful. Hello, Mr. Wheat Shift.
Please, let's just stick with Devon for now.
Devin. Okay.
Not
It's easier
been
to say anyway, so.
not been wheat sheaf for a long time.
I
Okay.
believe Jacob went to sleep, assuming that that he was just hallucinating.
He was quite vocal in his sleep. He kept shouting out things like, I don't
Oh
trust
no,
him.
yeah, no, it was after that. It was after that.
Okay.
Because after that, it was a realization of you fed me
tricked
the,
us.
Yeah,
thing in the
I'm going
bottle,
to
and
bed
now I'm
now.
hallucinating. I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yes, yeah, the mystery liquid inside of Devon's mystery flask thing.
Yes. So yeah, I think Jacob is. I mean, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna roll if I fell asleep or not. Like
Okay.
I don't know.
If he did fall asleep,
Constitution. What'd it be? Constitution? Wisdom? Constitution, maybe.
what's your
I
goal? Just to
assume
see if you could fall asleep?
you just roll a d20 and 10 plus.
20.
You
Yeah.
quick up.
I'm just thinking, like, if you're a hard sleeper, would your constitution be higher than? I don't know.
Maybe.
uh,
If you just want to leave it up to chance, just do a flat d20.
maybe.
50-50.
How do I roll again? Oh, there we go.
How long have you been playing this game?
I don't know. Good
It's a
few
few.
years. Probably
Wow.
like 7.
A 2. What does a 2 mean? Are you awake or
I
are you asleep?
guess I rolled a 2 on falling asleep. So that means I like. Uh, is that thing going now, or I mean, what is
Yeah,
going on? I just kind of lift my head looking at them.
I think they've gone.
All right, so we're sobering up then.
Well,
That's good.
and I sort of take the little bottle out of my pocket. Like, I've still got it. So,
Well,
yeah.
I don't want any more.
No, you've not had any. That
What?
all really happened.
Ha. Good one.
What do you think he wants me to forgive him for?
I don't know. Maybe time moves differently in his realm. Something in the future. He doesn't seem to be aware of what it is either. Just that he needs to be forgiven.
Or will need to be forgiven.
Yeah.
Jacob's gonna get up and grab that bottle to look at it.
Does time move differently in any other realm? Is that like a concept that we might have a good grasp of?
Oh, that's a very good question. And it may
It's a concept we don't have a good grasp of.
temerity might. Temerity might. It's a good question that may go outside of the D&D rules and into the homebrew rules.
Yeah.
I would say that on most realms, time is fairly standardized. But as we've had before, there are some where the rules of physics just don't quite apply in the same way. So it's possible.
Mm.
Yeah, I just don't think we have enough info. Literally anything could be the cause of it.
I think we've got to at least go along with this contract we've signed until we find ourselves in a position where
Whoa, wait a minute. You telling me that that devil was real?
Yes.
Yeah. Ursh the Corrupted, the Binder of Souls, Lord of the Fallen, Eater of Hopes, Balefire Lord, Conqueror of Realms, Wielder of the Witch King's Demise, Dreambreaker, General of the 12th Host, and the Null Light Unfurled.
Or as I'm gonna call him, K Money.
And you said that we had a deal with him,
Yeah, more of a
or you
me
had a
thing,
deal with him.
but
I didn't have a deal.
you're sort of bound in the sub clauses.
No. I was falling asleep.
I'm
I was
not sure
involved.
that matters to being of the infernal realms.
What if I crossed my fingers?
He might
You were
break them.
falling asleep. How do you know you're crossing your fingers?
I don't know. Maybe I did.
I'm
Maybe
just
I didn't.
saying. I
Did he
think it would
know?
be a mistake for us to push the boundaries of the agreement until we are significantly stronger than we are.
Mhm. Agreed. I could put up a good fight, but I still feel like a light breeze would take me out. So, yeah. Suppose we just continue on with our business, we gain our strength, and then we'll deal with it.
mm,
Tell you what, Devin, I'll help you with this devil business if you help me with a devil of my own.
More devils. Sure. What's
Yeah, they may or may not actually be a devil. I'm not certain yet.
Oh, we're talking about the guy that killed you.
Well, yeah. If that person was a blade, then the hand that was wielding the blade, yeah.
Was it a person or...
Okay, so long story short, I was on a job and got ambushed by the particularly deadly motherfucker. um, but I have a feeling they were more of a hired hand sort of deal. Could be wrong, of course, but I don't know.
But they weren't a blade.
No, like like an assassin. I don't mean like an actual like dancing blade.
Oh right, gotcha.
Other weirder things have occurred. An automaton, maybe? I don't know.
It's yeah.
Even
Could have rolled him for it.
does a blade stop becoming just a blade when it's sentient? Or would you still
think-
consider it just a blade?
I think the sentient nature of a sentient blade would make it more than just a blade.
So
Otherwise,
a
they're just
sentient sword could be an assassin. Keep in mind, I wasn't stabbed by a floating sword. I'm just talking terminology here.
You
That
see,
depends.
Jacob's
Can a sentient sword wield itself, or does it need a wielder?
Could it be tried in a court of law?
You see Jacob zoning out like he doesn't know what the hell this conversation is on about. Like,
I point to him.
like
Fair enough,
he
my
doesn't
man.
comprehend this stuff. Like he has no idea what is being like actually discussed.
I think this is a suitably stupid conversation for -8 or 8 intelligence rather.
Oh, I feel suddenly smart with my 10.
Yeah,
Decidedly average intelligence.
you're smart enough to be a farm.
When it comes to brains, Devon is definitely mid.
Well,
Well, I don't want to be acting all pessimistic, but it doesn't sound like a good thing to do.
Right.
This whole contract thing.
So the deal is, in exchange for not killing us horribly, I have to forgive him.
Oh, we have to.
Oh, we've just got to address Lord Ursh, the corrupted, the binder of souls, Lord of the fallen, eater of hopes, Balefire, Lord Conqueror of Browns, Word of the Witch, King's Demise, Dreambreaker, General of the 12 Personal Light Unfurled, by his full title, or at least Lord Ursh. If we come into contact with any celestial beings, we've got to mispronounce their names. We can't go into any of the infernal realms without letting the Lord Ursh, the corrupted binder of souls, Lord of the fallen, eater of hopes, Balefire, Lord Conqueror of Realms, Will of the Witch King's Demise, Dreambreaker, General of the 12 Personal Light Unfurled, 3 days before, and we're not allowed to tell anyone about it.
It's that whole 3
Can I
days
just
before
call
thing.
him Urshi or
She.
Try.
Of-
I mean,
Smoke appears immediately in front of you. Go, none of that, please. Please remember your obligations. Thank you. And
Hey,
then
can we get that in cop?
disappears.
Oh wow, they're like
that'll be a no. Then.
Get a
Nice.
copy of that. You get a copy of the contract.
And
I don't like
yeah,
this.
actually, as it disappears, you notice a smouldering piece of paper on the floor. There's just a note that says, "A reminder of your obligations under the contract heretofore signed," and then
Oh,
your
brilliant.
name, which is in the Discord. But yeah,
Definitely not
it's
where
exactly
I was
as
reading it from. I have that
Angus
all
is
memorized
there.
from last session.
Yes.
But yeah, but call him Lord Ursh. Mispronounce Celestials.
So I
Don't go
can't
to the
even
infernal.
say Ursh. I just have to say Lord. Ursh.
Another. That's a bandit. That's a bandit. Brick appears again. This is going to get. Wait, that's not what Brick sounds like. This is going to get very tiresome for you before it gets tiresome for me. It's Lord Ursh, please, if you don't mind. Disappears.
Since it's already. Oh, he's gone.
I'm trying to wrap my head
Oh,
around.
he's gone.
Hey there, Bricky. I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
You don't get a response.
Right.
Huh. I'm gonna say, hey, I know how to summon him.
You know how to
Well,
call
yes.
him. It's up to him if he wants to be
You,
summoned.
you want me to summon him?
I mean, not really. He's on a task for me. So
He just keeps getting
if you
right
stop
up to the door
distracting him.
and then just teleports away.
Hey, Urshi, I need a brick right here, right now.
Really?
I got this.
look,
Brick.
Seems like
Jacob,
it might be getting tiresome for you before it gets tiresome for us.
What I wanted to say
Jacob,
to
if I
you,
may, could you
Bricky.
please stop doing that? Let's not purposely break this contract.
Now,
I'm
why?
not trying to.
Nice.
I'm not trying to break it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
I'm eternal and I don't have that much time.
Yes, go get back to your task, my man.
I'm not your man.
Well, I'm not your foot. Never mind.
Not your buddy guy.
I'm not your
Yeah.
10